Hi, this is Carolyn, and I'm here with Aaron, and today we are excited to have Amy and Carolyn join us. They are rec players from Michigan that play on multiple teams at multiple clubs. They contacted us to tell us they love the podcast and have launched a tennis business producing t-shirts and gift items for tennis players called Court Merch. Aaron and I think it's fantastic when people take their love of tennis and create something, so thank you both for coming on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Can you tell us about your tennis background and how you met? Amy, can you go first?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. So I started playing tennis when I was 10 and played through middle school, played in high school a little bit. And then I took a long hiatus and I kind of poked in and out for years after that, mainly in the summer when I could play outdoors easily. And when I moved to Ann Arbor about 20 years ago, I moved to a place that had free outdoor courts. So I enjoyed, again, playing in the summer. And then one of my daughters expressed interest in tennis, and that got me into an indoor club. And I looked around and I thought, oh, this place looks pretty cool. Maybe I should come here, because my daughter's interest wasn't that strong, but I was actually pretty intrigued by the place. And so I kind of asked around and I started taking some lessons, and then I just got further and further into it. That was right before the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, I had nothing else to do, work and play tennis, and tennis was very pandemic friendly. So like many people, I put on a mask and gloves and went out there to hit plenty of balls. And then I found out about USTA about 3 years ago and started getting into that. And actually my entree into USTA was to be a team captain, because my coach said, well, you're new, nobody knows who you are. If you captain, you can grab players and you can put yourself in games and you can be in charge. And I thought, oh, that sounds attractive. But as you guys full know, there were some strings attached. Yeah.
You were duped. You were tricked.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what is this role? But it led me to meet a ton of people. And yeah, that got me further into it. And then about a year ago, I joined or started playing at a second club in Ann Arbor called Racket Club. And that's actually where I think I met Carolyn on the courts for the first time. Turned out we belonged to the Huron Valley, the other club as well. So yeah, we just saw each other a bunch of times. And I thought, wow, this woman is a really strong player and she's very funny and fun to play with. And I remember we got paired. I don't think we had ever played together, but there we were in a USTA match together.
Of course.
And she just had the right attitude. She was like, look, let's just have fun out here. And I said, yeah, if we have fun, we're going to win. Let's have fun and win. And that's exactly what happened. So I was like, yeah, this is a great partner. And yeah.
The rest is history. So, Carolyn, what about your, and we're going to call Carolyn with two N's. My Carolyn is one N. Your Carolyn is two N's.
Thank you.
How about your tennis background real quick? How long have you been playing?
Mine real quick was, I belong to this other club that Amy is talking about. It's a tennis and swim club, joined for my daughter to be swimming. And I was too embarrassed to play tennis because I wasn't a tennis player. And I thought, of course, everyone was looking at me. So we spent a 4-month sabbatical in Australia, and I figured that was safe. Joined a little tennis class, met some friends, found out what a social sport it is, found out nobody is watching you on the court. You barely are watching yourself. And so came back and started playing at our little tennis club. And then the pro there told me about the indoor club where Amy and I are also both members. And I started playing year round and got really addicted. And yeah, I mean, it's such a social sport. I love it.
So after listening to our podcast, does it sound like our USTA league and all the stuff that happens to us is the same in your area? Because we always wonder, what other parts of the country look like. Is it a different, I mean, obviously it's social, but we've interviewed people in New Jersey and they were like, it's super hardcore. And, but I love that you guys are both league players now, because that is our main audience. But does it sound similar to our experiences?
I think so. Yeah. I think when we were listening to some of your podcasts, we could relate to every single story. So yeah. And sometimes it's hardcore, but I think that we're both trying to take the attitude of like, this is not, the center of our worlds, even though it is the, main thing that we do all the time. But it's not life and death.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. When I listen to your podcast, I'm like, yes, here, like things really resonate. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like when I found you guys, I'm like, we have found our spiritual sisters in another part of the country. Like, this is great. I was like, Carolyn, we need to take a road trip and meet these guys, because like they're in another part, but they're like in an alternative universe where things are unfurling in just the same way that we're experiencing them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And beware, we might take that road trip.
I love that.
Come on down.
Yeah, we would love that.
Yeah, we love USTA. I mean, we love the personalities. We love the, crazy rules. We just try to enjoy it and embrace it, no matter who's on the other side of the court. It's always a different experience. You just never know who you're going to, be paired with or be paired against. And that's what keeps it interesting.
Yeah. So I want to ask about how you started Court Merch, but what I also love about your story is it's similar to Carolynn's and mine, where we met on a tennis court, we were friends, and then during the pandemic, we actually started this podcast. But we have I hope it's similar. We have such different skill sets that Carolynn and I, this podcast just worked for us. She's really good at some things. I'm really good at others. And so I want to hear about your business together and how that got started.
Like Amy was saying, I mean, we sort of hit it off. We have similar personalities where we both like joking around a lot. We like to have fun on the court. And so a lot of times we would say, that would make such a funny t-shirt, or we should, sell a course about this or that. And the more we said it, the more it just became like we had to do it. And then we thought, well, how hard could that be? And then we found out that it's a lot more work than we thought.
Yes.
And things, happen all the time. But that's where like having our different skill sets has really come into play. So Amy is definitely got the organizational background. We're both already small business owners outside of this business. And so we both have skill sets from that. I have a more creative side, I think. But Amy has been making all kinds of flyers and doing a lot of the designs too. So, we just sort of thought that it would be fun to bring a lot of this stuff into other people on the courts and see more color and fun out there. And it's been kind of funny because we have sold to a lot of people that we know, and we're seeing a lot more court merch, and that's been really super fun.
That's great. So, so I have a question for Amy. What's your favorite shot?
My favorite shot? Oh my goodness. I mean, Carolynn's going to wince here because sometimes she plays against me, but it's the drop shot.
Oh.
It's the marshmallow, the cheap shot. I just love it. I'm left-handed, so I confuse people as it is.
Yes.
And and I just feel like the drop shot's really underutilized. So I'll usually pull it out mid-match, so they haven't seen anything like it, and they think they've got me kind of labeled and figured out. And then all of a sudden, they're just going to, they're tired, and this ball just kind of dinks over, and they have to race like hell to go get it. And I'll throw a few more of those in. And so I really enjoy that. I enjoy the response. I enjoy watching people run. And, if they run and crush it past me, then that's what I deserve. I'm fully okay with that.
Do you laugh when you do it? Do you smile at them afterwards?
Or fist pump?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Drop
do.
shot.
I laugh and, this maniacal laugh, and very deep from, the core. And that further rattles them.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So
and that's why people don't like playing against me. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry you had to run on the tennis court. I know you came out here to relax and have a good time, but I'm sorry. This is what you're going to get sometimes.
That's funny. So did that shot or any of your sayings give you ideas for your tennis apparel then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a drop shot demon shirt.
Drop shot demon. We need to order one of those for our friend Paula.
Oh, yes.
Our friend Paula
you
has
have a
the
drop
most
shot demon in your network.
wicked drop shot.
Yes.
She actually made it into the Southern Tennis Hall of Fame, and she talked about that drop shot, and everybody in the room went, yep, that's Paula's shot.
Everybody knows it.
Wow.
That's
That's kind of how one of the original lines that we started was with the drop shot demon and the queen of the lob, because those are the two shots that
that's a good
people
one.
are kind of known for. They frustrate your opponents. And we thought literally every team has a queen of the lob, if not two. And drop shot demon just came out of that, I think. So
That's great. This is longer than probably fits on a t-shirt, but we have a friend who has 3 daughters, and she was playing a game of lobs, just lob and lob and lob. Her opponents were actually lobbing her, and she literally said to her partner, "I could do this all day. I've got 3 daughters. I have patience. I have more patience. I have more patience in the world than anyone."
right. That's perfect. And I think we can fit it on a t-shirt.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. You probably
I
can.
can shorten it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, Amy, what makes Court Merch different from other tennis apparel or merchandise sites?
Yeah, so Court Merch is a very personal brand. We really cater to our customers. We are tennis players. We talk to other players, and we are here to accommodate players. So We can take special requests, and we have. For instance, we had a customer reach out from California who liked one of our designs. She was looking for a gift for a captain, and the shirt says, what does it say, Carolyn, about herding cats?
It says, I'm a tennis team captain because herding cats wasn't challenging enough.
That's right. She wanted that. We had it on a T-shirt, and she said, I would like that on a hoodie, and I would like my captain's name on the front. And so Carolyn turned that design around in about 20 minutes, put it up on the site. She ordered it. It worked really well. So there was that. We have a player that was from Poland, and she said, I would love a shirt that says like love and miłość, like Polish for love, intersecting with a tennis ball for the O. And she just said that during match play. And I was like, oh, I got a request here. This is great. Design that, put it up. She loved it. She's wearing it now. We wrote a blog post about her. She loved the blog post. She put it up on Facebook, shared it with everyone, shared her love of tennis and her Polish heritage with everyone. And it just made a really great story. And it let people see she's a doctor, and it let people see another side of her. She's a great tennis player. She's just a lovely person. And so we were able to tell her story really nicely, her tennis story. So that was great. We also been getting requests from players to make shirts for their teams.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, we have an international collection, for instance, with sayings like "Allez" or "Vamos." And one of the people we were playing against saw our "Allez" shirt, and she said, "Oh, this would be great for our team this summer. Can you have that on the front, but have our team name on the back?" And we said, absolutely. So we created that. We put up a link on our site, and then players were just able to go to that link and order independently. So she was able to extricate herself from this whole process, just send people to our website. We were able to handle all the orders. She just wrote to Carolyn and said, this has been a terrific experience. We'll be back to you next season as well. So that was great.
That's great. Could you get one that says, I'm sorry, or my bad, that my partner can look at constantly, like on my back or something? Yeah. Or
those are forbidden words on the court, but yes.
I agree.
So. Or don't yell at me that your opponent can see. Or
I'm sorry that you need that.
Yeah, or it's my call.
Right.
Yes.
Or I am sure.
Right.
I'm trying to think of all
call
this.
It out.
Yeah.
These are all great ideas, and I love the idea of carrying shirts. I think this is the next step, carrying shirts in the tennis bag and just changing.
Right. Based on,
depending on who you're playing against.
Yeah. Or how the match is going.
I play Ad and I play Deuce shirts, and we played together in a couple of matches now, and Amy is generally the Deuce player, but both matches recently we've switched halfway. And we were like, now what do we do? So we're really confusing people.
That's good. It's always good to confuse your opponents. So maybe they're focused more on your shirt, and then they're going, wait, they're on the wrong side.
Yes.
Rather than actually, focusing on the ball. And I love that.
Thanks to Carolyn and Amy. We've included a link to court merch in our show notes. Also, we have one more episode where they discuss the craziest situations that have ever happened to them on the tennis courts in Michigan. Thanks so much for listening, and hope to see you on the courts soon.